Are caterpillars and other pests already taking over your fall crops before they even have a chance to grow? I'm going to show you a cheap little out-of-the-box way to cover them so that they do not get eaten alive before you have a chance to eat them. You're going to need some sort of structure. I'm going to be using these old tomato cages, and then you're going to need tulle or some kind of netting. This tulle was on sale for 99 cents a yard, so I got all of it for 10 bucks, so I did not care what color it was. Now before we go through all the trouble of covering these, let's make sure we get all of the eggs off and any existing little cabbage worms or caterpillars off of here. These little yellowy white eggs are what is going to hatch into a little caterpillar, so you want to get all of these off of your plant. This is also one of the only times I will use diatomaceous earth because there's not going to be any pollinators that get to these, and I'm really just trying to get rid of the caterpillars. So I've already gotten all the eggs off of this. I'm just going to sprinkle this on, sprinkle it around the base. You want it to kind of look like Pablo Escobar was here having a really good party. I'm going to place my tomato cage upside down so this has enough room to grow. However, once these get bigger, you're going to want to pull this off because you don't want it to get stuck in the tomato cage. Then I just went ahead and cut this piece of tulle. I joined it together right here and used some clips that I got from the Dollar Tree, some clothespins. And then I'm just going to take these top pieces and wrap it together kind of like you would a basket and then attach a clothespin to the top. And here is your little final product. Everything is safe and sound in there. It is covered from any pests that might want to get in there, but it will still get plenty of sun and water. Now I have 8 different plants in this bed, so I'm not going to individually do this. So I'm just going to actually put tulle over my bed and keep them out that way. All right, so we're going to have a little DE party. Now, if you can get a hoop system in here, that's actually much better, but for now, this is what I have, and it was literally less than $10 to do this, and it will keep the butterflies and caterpillars off these plants for now. And if you happen to have a T-post set up like I do, I just took this tulle and placed it in between 2 of the T-posts and covered these 3 plants and just shoved some of my mulch on top so that they still have room to grow, but they are protected. Now my hope is that next spring I actually have a dedicated bed for this that has those plastic PVC hoops that I can just throw a blanket over. However, you cannot save your plants with hopes and dreams. So for now, I'm just trying to show y'all a cheap way to do this to use things that you have at home. Let me know if it works out for you or if you have any other tips that have worked better for you over the years.